And make sure you move that mouth. We're back. Show number 2.2. It is 2021. Who's excited about the new year? Put your hands high in the air. Woo! I'm Teacher Tony. This is BSA-LIVE. We're in the second year. Unfortunately, it's the second year of COVID as well, so we're forced to be stuck in our little Zoom boxes. This is BSA-LIVE, and these are wonderful performers, as well as our new coaches, and we've had a new coach that's from last year that just joined us again, Adrian Carr. How are you, Adrian? Let's turn your mic on real quick and see how you were. You've been busy in the new year.
Yes, I have been.
You showed us a little piece of paper. I don't know if I want to call you out, but you're official.
I am official.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we don't tell it to everybody just yet, but
I'm
yeah.
not going to, but congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And so above you is Pamela. Pamela was here last week. She was our coach as well, and she had such a good time. She wanted to come back. We're honored to have her back. So you two will be watching our performances tonight, and we'll be getting your opinions, and we'll see if the kids take your advice. Pamela, how are you? Let's turn your mic on. You're known as Sebastian on this show today, but it's Pamela.
Yeah, Sebastian, that's my son. I'm using his computer.
We're just giving him some promotion. That's cool.
Sebastian! He's actually fencing right now, so.
Oh, right. He's a professional fencer, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So what did you think of last week's BSA-LIVE?
I thought the show was amazing. I thought it's such a great avenue for kids to showcase their talent. And I was impressed by all the kids. They had such passion and drive for what they want to do and at such an early age. So I'm really excited to be a part of this and share some positivity.
We talked about you all week long. We talked about the notes you gave us. We rewatched the shows from last week, which was the 2.1 version, our new year. And this is the class of 2021. So put your hands together, class of 2021.
Woo, 2021.
Okay, so it's somebody's birthday today. Whose birthday is it? Is it Kendall Monroe? Kendall had a birthday? Woohoo! So Kendall, that we're gonna sing you happy birthday like we did Ella. So everyone turn your mics on. It's gonna be like a dying cow because Zoom doesn't really work well together, but we're gonna go for it. So on the count of 3, we're all gonna sing her happy birthday. And here we go. 1, 2, and 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kendall. Happy birthday to you.
Go, Kendall.
And many more.
And many more.
That was so impressive. That was so amazing. Oh,
Kendall, you're now 16.
yes.
Is it any different?
No.
Did you drive? Is that why you were late?
What?
Are you driving? Is that why you're late?
No. Well, no. I wish I was driving, but I don't know how to drive.
Well, we're glad you're not driving then. So thank you for the rest of us that do drive.
Yeah.
So there's a link in there you're not used to. Kendall's our stage director as well as one of our actresses. That first link in there, do you see it in your show run? Why don't you do share screen and play that first link for us?
Of course.
If there's a commercial, try to get past the commercial, but you know, if it's a commercial, we're sponsored by that commercial. All right, this is for Kendall. Happy birthday. It's probably a commercial. Go for it.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
A birthday wish from this weird choir.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy
Back to the group view. A little weird thing I found for you. There were so many traditional birthdays. I just thought, well, let's see if we get shut down with this one. You never know with YouTube.
My
So
cat
again,
decided to join us.
I saw that. My cat joined us as well. You're allowed to bring your pets. I teach pets too. She's 17, going to be 18 in a month.
Oh, wow.
Older than all you kids on this little platform. Oh, there we go. The animals are coming out of nowhere. That's the advantage of working at home. Okay, guys. So happy birthday, Kendall. Now back to professional showmanship. You're going to rock. She's doing 2 performances tonight for us. One with Ella Grace and then one with Mila. So Mila, do you want to go last, first, middle? Where would you like to go?
Oh, it's up to Kendall, birthday girl.
Birthday
So
girl,
whenever you
your
want to
call.
do your scene with me, then.
Hey, Mila, do you want to do it right now?
Hey, Kendall, let's do it. Come on.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. Give me one moment because
Okay,
I
we're
cannot.
going to do a vocal warm-up. Ella, turn your mics on. Everyone turn your mics on. We're going to play. This is a vocal warm-up, BSA style. Ella Grace, give me a warm-up.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? A woodchuck would chuck all the wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Nice. Round of applause. We support. We give love. We get love. Ethan.
Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper.
Nice. Round of applause. We give love. We get love. Dominic, what you got for us?
Better get paid again, beta gay, paid again, bootagoo, pootagoo, beatagoo, peatagoo, beta gay, paid again.
Love it. Round of applause. We give love. We get love. Zachary, what we got? I love your background, by the way.
Thank you. Sally sold seashells by the seashore. If Sally sold seashells by the seashore, how many seashells did Sally sell?
Nice. And let's go to Mila. Big round of applause for Zach.
Don't mind. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Nice for Mila. Let's go back to Kendall. Vocal warm-up.
Okay, Betty Butter bought some butter. She put it in her batter and it made her batter better. So Betty Butter bought some more butter. She put it in her batter and it made her batter better.
Yes, that's how we warm up. Good job, guys. I'm really proud of you. Because a year ago, you guys couldn't do what you just did. You guys were tripping all over your tongue. Okay, so we're going to go. She's obviously making me improv. So are you
I'm ready now.
All right, so everyone mute your microphones. We're going over to the main stage, and we're going to watch these 2 young performers. Our coaches are going to give them feedback right afterwards and see if they take direction. All right, big round of applause one more time as we go to the main stage. Take it away, girls.
I'm really happy for you, but what brought on this like sudden urge of empowerment?
Okay, so it's like, I met this guy. He's like totally amazing, and he makes Ellen look like a loser.
That's great. I'm really happy for you.
Look, you gotta help me get Josh.
Get Josh. Get Josh what?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. I like him.
Well, do you think he likes you?
Yeah, of course.
Well, how do you know?
It's like the little things, you know, like he always like, you know, finds a way to like touch me or like tickle me. Oh, and like the other day at the dance, I was like really depressed and he asked me to dance and it was all flirty. Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's really bad for me. I had 2 mochachinos and I just feel awful.
I totally get it. You know, the other day, I was talking to Josh, and we were talking about the difference between high school girls and college girls. And, you know, you see the difference is that college girls wear a lot less makeup on their face, and that's why guys like them more.
But Ty, I mean, could you really be with Josh? He's like a school nerd. And he's not even your type, by the way. And I mean, I think you should be with Elton. Look, okay, he's cute and he has a really, really nice car. Would you like that? And, you know, Josh doesn't even have a car. Josh doesn't have a car. Don't you want to go with a car?
Well, am I like some sort of mentally challenged airhead?
No. I never said that. Not at all.
I'm like not good enough for Josh or something?
No, I don't think you mesh well together. You mesh with Elton. He's your typical high school football player, and I can tell he likes you. And you guys just aren't a good. You're not a good fit. You're not.
So
he's gonna end up with some college nerd from his classes. It's not anybody pretty. Like
okay, so you think that we don't mesh well together? Well, why am I even listening to you? You're just a virgin who can't drive.
Are you? Okay.
And cut. All right, let's jump back over to the group view. Once we're back to the group view, big round of applause for breaking the ice on day 2, second week of BSA-LIVE 2.2. That was Kendall and that was Mila. How do you guys feel, first of all? Let's go with Kendall. How do you feel?
I feel good.
And how do you feel, Mila?
I think we could have picked up our timing a little bit.
Notice the key word I used. How do you feel? Not what do you think?
Oh, I feel connected, and I feel flustered. Like I feel flustered because of what my character's going through.
Okay. Now, when you guys went up on lines, did that make you flustered? Because it's fine to play the moment. You have to play the real beats. No matter what you wanted to do, what you are doing is what's being recorded.
Mm.
So you guys, great job on getting back on point. It was obvious you guys went up on a couple lines and you used a great trick, Mila, to get them back, you guys back on point. You pulled a line and then you connected. So you're using the tricks that we do for theater, right? Because you can never break character. So good job, because Mila used to break character all the time.
What? Tony, that happened one time. Why would you throw me under the
Many
bus?
times in rehearsals, maybe not on the live stage, but that was one thing I was never going to let you do again. And you didn't. That's my point. You didn't. And that's a huge, huge, huge muscle that you will always have. No matter what, you never break character. And I'm proud of you. So I'm not critiquing you. I'm complimenting you. Big difference.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Yes. And Kendall.
Yes.
What happened? Where'd you guys go up on lines?
So, it was on.
But what caused it?
The frustration?
No, the going up on lines.
I don't know. I think it just happened.
Right, which it does. What do you think caused the going up on lines, Mila?
Wait, I'm sorry. When you mean going up on lines, do you mean like?
Guys weren't word perfect. What was written on the script?
Oh,
there was a beat you had to get back on the trail.
I was so caught up in being caught up in my character is very caught up in myself and herself. So that's, I felt like I didn't even really notice. I just kind of noticed that it might have been a little bit slower, but I didn't even notice.
I wasn't looking at the script, and it was just kind of like whatever felt right.
No, that's the exact answer. It's like, we don't know, we don't care. We stayed with our intention. We stayed on course, and no matter what we might have said, we went where we had to go, and we hit our conflict, and we dealt with it. And we came with new reapproaches to find what we wanted to accomplish. So you were live in the moment. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Okay, so we're going to turn it over to our guests. Let's go to Pam, and then we'll go to Adrian. So Pamela.
See. Well, first and foremost, happy birthday, Kendall, again. Ladies, it was such a cute scene, and I could, this is something that happens between, two girlfriends. Good first attempt. I felt like you guys both could have been more connected, and it could have been a little bit more reactive to each other. It felt a little slow. And Mila, in the beginning, you kept putting your eyes down a lot. And usually when you communicate, you're looking like right at your friend.
Yeah.
So I would work on that. And then towards the end, you kind of came back up. But in the beginning, I noticed you were like looking down a lot.
Thank you, yeah.
And then with Kendall, I felt like your emotions, you were supposed to be annoyed and kind of like frustrated. And there were points where you were supposed to be frustrated, but you were smiling. And I know it's your bubbly, cute, kind own personality. And so I think you got to like take yourself out of this and then put the character in fully. So I felt like you didn't fully manifest that character, and I saw more of the cute Kendall coming out. So I thought you guys could be more reactive towards each other and make it an even more like dramatic, more meaningful scene. Even though it's a cute scene, there's all this kind of like subtext between these two girlfriends talking. So I didn't see that subtext enough. So Okay.
Cool. So
A
we'll
great
be,
good first attempt.
thank you. Wonderful words. You guys took that in. Adrian, any comments?
Yeah, I would second what Pamela just said. She was a little bit more intuitive than what I will be. What is the relationship to the two guys that are mentioned?
Relationship between the two guys.
What are their names again?
Elton and Josh.
Okay. What is the relationship for Kendall with Josh?
So, okay. So basically, Josh is my stepbrother, but I like him.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to. Why you, there was a reason why you were pushing so hard to have Elton be, that was the vibe I picked up. That you were fobbing Elton off onto Mila so that you could have Josh more to yourself. And the slowness, the pace for the first half, I felt it was like just, you're getting back into the whole year and getting back into the scene. And I think, doing a second take, you'd be, much more on point. But once you got into even when the flub happened that you covered really, really well, I think that's when the energy really picked up. And you started stepping over each other and the pacing was working. And you could feel the frustration building up. But I think if the opening was just that little bit tighter, and then, as Pamela said, working on the subtext, that what I was guessing would have come through a lot stronger with the right subtext. And then the frustration that Mila was feeling would have had much more meaning for me when she gets there, cuts you off and that's it, done. And I think Pamela was right. I think it's heading in that direction. And I think if you just tighten it all up and again, it's the listening, because your eyes are so communicative between the two of you. You both have arresting eyes that it's a shame when, sometimes business can distract you from looking at the screen because we don't want to feel like we're watching a screen all the time. But these two characters are communicating that way in this environment. If it was done as a scene where you're both in a room or a park or wherever, it'd be different. But if you're both communicating via share screens, then you can afford that little bit of luxury to play the eye contact.
Right.
I think that was the only thing. I think there'd be a lot more of the subtext coming through from Kendall's point of view that you wouldn't see because you're so caught up with it. Like, what do you mean, Elton? So I think that's the only thing I would work on is a little bit of the subtext that I think with more eye contact will make a big difference, and pacing at the front.
Yeah, thank you so
2
much.
cents. Happy birthday, Kendall.
Perfect, guys. Great, wise words from both of our coaches today. And a little information for the coaches. Yesterday, they were playing each other's character. And then at the very last minute, I said switch. And so now they're having to switch characters in front of you guys, but they did work on the other characters.
Ah, interesting.
So
well done.
Yeah, so this was me pulling a switcheroo on them. Because they need
Right.
to be ready for this in the real world.
Yeah, keep them on their toes.
Yeah, they absolutely have to be ready for casting directors to do that. Yes, sir.
Quick story short.
Good one, Tony.
2 actors, Robert Powell and David Hemmings. They were working on a movie called Harlequin, and the editing room was right next door to their green room, and it was only 1 brick thick. So, being curious, glass up against the wall, I could hear the actors talking about switching their motivations as characters. And they said, Robert, why don't you try it this way? You take my stance and I'll take yours and we'll see how it plays. And it sounded amazing. And I was then curious to see if the director was going to then swap it back to the way he had already prepared it with them. And when I saw the dailies, the actors had won out.
Mm.
It just made a whole difference it just shifted the dynamic.
Yep. Well, you know what I'm going to do, guys? You're going to switch characters.
Okay.
So switch characters, take a second.
Okay.
Just go with it. Just go with it. You know what your other character's intentions are. It's good to know both character roles because it helps you, one, in line reading. You know what your cue line is.
Oh, so I'm playing Ty now, right?
Yeah, you're switching.
Okay.
You can do it.
Kendall, we got to get our pacing.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, Kendall? Line. Okay. So everyone mute your microphones. We're going to send them over to the main stage, and we'll see you over at the main stage. Big round of applause. Second attempt. Pulling a fast on. We're pulling a fast one on them. We're switching up their characters.
Really happy for you, but like, what brought on the sudden surge of empowerment?
It's like I met this guy, and he's so totally amazing that he makes Elton look like a loser.
That is so great. I'm really happy for you.
Okay, look, you gotta help me get Josh.
Get Josh what?
You know what I mean? I like him.
Do you think he likes you?
Well, of course.
How do you know?
I don't know, just like, you know, like the little things. Like he'll find some way to touch me or to tickle me. And okay, yeah, you know that one time that I was like really depressed at the dance? Well, he came up to me and he asked me to dance, and he was really, really flirty about it. Are you okay?
Yeah. Actually, I had 2 mochachinos today, so I just, I feel awful.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like me and Josh the other day, we were talking about, the difference between high school girls and college girls. And the difference is that college girls wear less makeup on the face, and that is why guys like them more.
Yeah, Tay, do you really think that, like, you could go with Josh? I mean, like, he's like a school nerd, I mean, he's not even your type. I don't know. I think you should be with Elton. Like, I mean, he's nice, and he's cute, and he has the really nice car. I mean, like, don't you like his car? And plus, like, Elton's a lot taller too.
So what, do you think I'm like some type of mentally challenged airhead or something?
No, I didn't, not even, I didn't say that.
Or that I'm not good enough for Josh?
No, it's just, I don't think that you mesh well together. You mesh well with Elton. He's a typical high school football player, and, I can tell that he likes you. I mean, you and Josh just, like, aren't a good fit. I mean, he's going to end up with some, like, random girl from his college classes. Not pretty girls like us.
You don't think we mesh well together? You know what? Why am I even listening to you? You're a virgin who can't drive.
And cut. Let's go to the main stage real quick, Kendall. You guys, flawless. Big round of applause. Big round of applause. Let's go to Adrian, then to Pamela.
Okay, guys. Wow. What a difference. And also seeing the characters switched. Now I'm in 2 minds as to which way I would play it. From a casting point of view. But the connections that you had this time was so much more deeper, and I could, and particularly with Mila, I could see there was one moment that it really sold that trying to fob off. What's his name? Elton.
Mm-hmm.
On Kendall and the affront on Kendall, and it was just that to me then said that the earlier part of the scene was working because that moment clicked right at the right time and continued through to the end. And I could actually listen. I listened more this time around because I think you were both much more connected, and the eye contact was just the right balance, I think. So well done, girls.
Thank you.
Good job. See, working both characters really pays off. And I switched them at the very last minute of rehearsal yesterday, so they were more prepared for this character, which obviously you could see the work pays off. So the more work you guys do, the more you're going to see it. It's going to show, like, like in baking, you can taste love. You can't really explain it, but you can taste it. And that's what, this is art, right? This is an art form. It's an expression. Okay, let's go to Pamela.
All right, girls, this was like a totally different scene. It was 100% better. Like, I could feel the energy. You guys were communicating. And Mila, this time it made sense that you looked down because you're like trying to think of a way to like convince Kendall not to, to not like the guy. And it was a lot better. Kendall, I would have worked in the end more towards being upset. I mean, this is the guy that you like. And then she's like, no, he's not good for you. And you're like, what? Like, it should have been a little bit more dramatic. Like, one point you were supposed to be upset, but you were still smiling. And so I think you have to be careful of that bubbly personality where you're like smiling, because you shouldn't be smiling. You're like, you're upset. You like this guy and she's trying to tell you something else. And then that's why you said that mean comment in the end. And I think in the end, Mila, you could have like responded like a little bit more. Like, your girlfriend likes the guy that you like, and then she's calling you a bird. You're like, what up? It could have been a little bit more, you could have had more feeling. But besides that, it was a great scene. I could believe this was my teenage years, just sitting on the couch and talking to my girlfriend. And what girls do, they get competitive, they get jealous, they get catty, even among friends, like frenemies. So it was a great scene, and totally different from the first one.
All right, girls, what is this from? Just so we give credit to the writer.
Clueless. From Clueless. But I added to it.
That's fine. Well, you guys did a great job, and I'm honored to have you guys open up our stage today. Big round of applause for these girls. So Kendall's got another scene with Ella, but Ella, I'm not going to put her up right now. So if you can stay with us, you're on the East Coast. I know you're a little bit ahead of us, like 3 hours. You're okay? Okay. So we're going to go to Dominic. We always make Dominic go last. We're going to make him go second. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, one quick thing I do want to say quick, though.
Yes.
It's National Rubber Ducky Day, so happy National Rubber Ducky Day.
Oh, I love it. Your
birthday.
Okay. You hear that, Kendall? Your birthday's on National Rubber Ducky Day.
Oh, that's amazing.
You share a wonderful day. So, Dom, this is a very physical, over-the-top comedy, correct?
Yes.
And you wrote this, yes?
Yes, I did.
And you're still tweaking it, yes?
Yes, we are.
And you're willing to take your own stunts and your own life in your own hands, and I'm not responsible if you hurt yourself, yes?
Yes, if I injured myself, I will not hold you responsible. Believe me, I fall all the time on purpose.
Okay. So he's in this very, very tiny space. Adrian will realize that 2 flats or 2 corners, or 1 corner and 2 walls make any new set. He's managed to take the tiniest little corner of his house and make it look huge. He showed me, it's tiny. And he's surrounded by stuff all around him. So the way he's going to use his Zoom box, when I saw it in rehearsal, was very impressive. So we'll see if you can do it again. All I ask, Dom, is you go a lot of crazy, frantic running. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to go switch over.
All right, he's going to the new set. Everyone, let's go over to the main room. This is Dominic, and he is going to do something he wrote. It's very big, very over the top. He might need to get even bigger. We'll see from our coaches. And we're going to mute our mics, and we'll see you on the main stage.
Okay, I'm ready.
Take it away.
Oh, gosh. I think I got to get myself something to eat over here. Okay, let's go over to this fridge. Let's open it up. Okay, now we got ourselves some, let's see. Ooh, we got some chips. Yeah, they're not quite cold enough yet. We'll put them back in there. Now we got some, nah, celery's too healthy. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, we got ourselves a carrot now. I love carrots. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta call Greg. Oh, I gotta call Greg. Oh my goodness, Greg, I gotta, come on, Greg, pick up your darn phone. Come on. Maybe I should turn on the phone first. Okay, come on. Okay. Greg. Oh, thank goodness you're there. Something crazy just happened in the kitchen. No, I didn't start the kitchen on fire again, and no, I didn't cut the dog's paw. And no, I didn't poop in the sink, okay? Would you just stop interrupting me and just let me speak for 1 minute? Thank you. It's about these carrots, you know? What do you... No, they're not bad. I'm not going to throw them out. They're just... Okay, stop. The carrots... Okay, I need to make sure that you are able to handle the information I am about to tell you regarding these carrots. Okay? Thank you. They're alive, okay? Yes, I know I sound insane, but they're alive. I don't know, I had the carrot, I took it out of the fridge, it was in my hand, and then it bit me. What do you mean I sound insane? No, I'm not on any little squares. No, I'm not on that either. Would you just stop? Okay, you want me to show you these carrots? Fine, I'll show you these carrots. I just gotta find them, okay. Carrots! Oh, carrot, hey, got some fertilizer for you. Oh, there it is. See, do you see this carrot? I need to FaceTime you first, okay. You there? Okay. Do you see this carrot? This nasty, ugly carrot. Yeah, it bit my hand, okay? I think it's trying to tell me something. Hold on. Yeah? Oh my gosh. It's licking me. Why? I think it likes me now. Okay, I'm gonna get going. I think I need to call up a scientist. Hold on. Hey. Oh my gosh, you are adorable. Oh, little carrot. You're such a little carrot. Oh yeah. What's that? I can eat you now? Oh, thank you. Mm.
Oh, Dom. Let's go back to the group stage. Big round of applause for our little Jonathan Winters, Robin Williams, Billy Crystal. The only thing I need, Dom, is I need faster, line on line, no dead air, not searching for lines, physical, bigger, louder, more expressive. Am I getting the point across?
Yes.
You gotta go crazy, dude. You gotta be like frantic, like you gotta be crazy big on this. But other than that, I see where the writing could be tweaked to be funny. It's there, but we gotta polish the car. We gotta get a shine on it. So let's go to Adrian, and then we'll go to Pamela. Adrian, Carr.
Yeah, I mean, great use of the space. Very inventive, very creative. 10 points, straight up. The props that you talk about at the beginning, I would have those as well. Mm-hmm. And because when you have the carrot, you go, oh, okay, so it was miming beforehand. But if you bring out the others and then react to them and put them back, and then the carrot comes out. And I didn't get the fact that it bit you. I didn't get that moment. So particularly when you talk to your buddy on the phone, saying it bit me, it's like that shock moment where you don't expect a vegetable to actually bite you. So like Tony was saying, bigger. And I think, line on line, there was a little bit too much exiting. When you break down your script, look very carefully at where you pinpoint the moment where you can exit frame, like the searching for it and then come back. Maybe one earlier time when you go off and come back on while you're on the phone. You don't want to overdo it because one, we miss you, and it creates a deadness. So pick the moments very carefully where you exit a frame and leave us with dead space. You can do it, but just do it with purpose. When you're talking on the phone, to avoid doing that, you can pace backwards and forwards to camera and away from camera. So we still get to see you and see the frustration you're going through. Yeah, I had a couple of comments about certain lines, but I think what Tony's talking about and tightening the script a little bit to hit the punchlines, because I think it can be very funny. It's a very dark comedy. And I assume that the carrot, I mean, at first I was going to say, what the hell is he on? But again, it's a tightening, the bigness of it, and the endearment to the carrot. When it starts talking, I could start to feel that coming to life. I could feel like the carrot actually had personality now. So maybe just tightening up the pause, I mean, the dialogue from when you first introduce the carrot to get into your buddy, and there can be a lot more excitement, and you're freaking out. This carrot just bit me. So, and he's trying to say, well, did you do this? Did you do that? No, I didn't do that. I mean, it's like, just go at it and really try to push your point across. Then you can pull back when the carrots start. We will feel that sudden, oh, hang on, the carrot's talking to me. Because now you're listening, and if you have that frenetic pace going, that moment will sort of like change the dynamic, and then it's like, oh, the carrot's communicating to me now. And then you fob off your guy and take a bite of the carrot, and whether it's poisonous, alien, whatever, the change with the poisoning or the choking was terrific, and a great way to end the scene that had a really good finale. But well done.
Thank you, Adrian Carr. And a little secret, each one of these scenes today have a little secret behind them. This was actually supposed to be a scene with Holden, but Holden has a very high temperature, so pray for Holden that he doesn't have COVID and he's not sick. But he was unable to, at the last minute, to do the scene. So I said, make it a monologue.
Great monologue.
And he tweaked it to make it work without a scene partner, which is very hard to do.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
So I'm throwing curveballs at all of you guys, and this is what you have to do in an audition. So congratulations. We're going to go to Pamela.
Well, Dom, first and foremost, great job from last week. I mean, I know I saw both of you guys interacting, and to do this monologue, I mean, great doing that. I have to totally agree with Adrian and Tony in regards to like the physical directions about knowing your space, moving too much. And I think Adrian hit it on the nail when he said that there needed to be more range of emotions. It was too monotone for this scene. It should be big, like, oh my gosh, this carrot, you're talking to your friend, like, can you believe this carrot? And then there's a switch where you're like, oh, now this carrot's so sweet and it loves me. Like we should have been on this roller coaster of emotions with you. Where we're like, it needed to be bigger, bolder. And I know it's in you, Dawn, because that's who you are. So you need to just unleash the beast. Just like go for it. Like just let it go. And I think it will like naturally come out. The script, I totally agree with Adrian. It's like so creative. We'll give it a 10. But yes, you need to condense it, hone in on it to really get those little bits where it's like the funny, the comedy. It's a little too long and a little too dragged out to be completely funny. And I know you can do it. So you have to just go back, revise it, and then look within yourself to like fully bring out this energy, really believing this crazy carrot, and like owning it and like living it.
Thank you for the wise words. So what we would do if this was actually on NBC, if we actually got our pilot picked up, we would now send get our coaches away for a week, and we would have Hollywood teachers come in, and they would work with you for hours and hours and hours on end, and you would tweak it, and then you would present it again next week with the Hollywood coaches, right? And then our judges here would grade you on the growth and on the creativity and on everything that they just discussed. And then if you pass that round, we put you in another round, which would be, put you on a sitcom stage with a live audience. We'd put you on a stand-up stage at the Laugh Factory or Comedy Store. We'd put you on a soap opera set. By the way, Riker just had a soap opera audition for General Hospital, and Avery just had an audition for Young and the Restless. So hopefully they get those as well. So you guys are all working from last year. So that's why they're not here with us today. But Dom, did you hear the notes that they were giving you? Do you think you could bring those notes? Like you could go bigger? This is the way I'm going to make you go bigger. I'm going to take away 1 minute of your screen time, and you still have to get that entire script in with 1 less minute. It creates an urgency. Can you just take a minute off? Don't take a minute of lines away. Take a minute off your presentation of it. Can you do that?
Yes.
Now you have to do it from a character standpoint, where why would the character speak faster? Not why do you have to take a minute off your screen time. It's why would the character pick up his tempo? That's the approach that you need to approach this at. Maybe if you don't get your message across, there's a conflict, there's a consequence, there's something that will happen if you don't succeed by getting this crazy carrot out of your house. Have you ever seen cockroaches, spiders, snakes, anything that you didn't expect show up?
Yes.
What do?
Freak out.
Do you kill it or do you run from it? In all honesty.
Run from it and then maybe go back cowardly and kill it.
Well, this is what that is then. That's how you take step 9, which is personalization, and personalize that and bring that to your scene so it's real. You're saying your lines because you wrote it, but you're not feeling and being in the moment because you wrote it. So you got to get out of the writer's head and the director's head, and you got to get into the character's body. Mm-hmm. And that shift, because I used to do that all the time because I direct and I cast and I produce. So I always came from an analytical standpoint, and it kills your acting. You have to come from emotion. That's why I said to Mila earlier, how do you feel? And she goes, well, I think. It's like, no. We got to really make sure you come from, I feel, I'm feeling, I'm having this feeling. And then you're in the right headspace as an actor, okay? So a lot of stuff we just threw at you, but really it's not. It is just pick it up, because naturally you'll fall into the rhythm. Organically, it'll just happen. It'll just happen if you know what you want, and you know what's stopping, and you know how you're going to try to get around it. And then you know the consequence. And the urgency comes from that. Just the basic, I don't want it to find me. I mean, I know how to deal with a cockroach, a snake, and a spider, but I don't know how to deal with a killer carrot. I really don't. And I don't think you do either. So I'd be really freaked out if there's a real killer carrot chasing you. And then you're swinging back from, oh, it's so cute, like a kitten or a bunny, to a killer crocodile that's, it bit me. And you're bipolar, you're swinging back and forth. The faster you swing, the more bipolar the character is. But because it's comedy, it's the Roadrunner, right? If you've ever seen Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, mm-hmm. when they fall, in normal life he would die. But he always gets back up, right? For another episode, every single time. We laugh and we let our kids watch this horror because he gets back up. So the definition of comedy is you slip on a banana peel. If you don't get up, that's tragedy. That's horrible. Like falling off a skateboard and breaking your arm and not getting up. But if that person gets up from the skateboard, all of his friends are just laughing so hard, whether he got hurt or not, because he got up. So you need to get to that level of where it's tragic and then come back one little hair from tragedy. So this thing needs to really scare you like a horror film. And we need to be there with you. And you need to come into the camera every so often like this. You need to use your space, right? This is your space. And what Adrian is saying is, if you leave about here, and leave to about here, and back here, and back here. That's your playroom. If you totally go off camera, you need your voice to be louder so that we hear you and we know what you're doing off camera, but you got silent and left camera. So if you're gonna leave, and you don't have to totally clear frame, and trust your directors, Adrian's a great director, but at least make your vocals go up so we know, oh, he's biting me, like make us wonder, because our mind is imaginative. We can make great stuff up that you can't bring to the stage. So if you're off camera and you're like, and you're making noise and rattling and breaking glasses, and we're like, oh my God, that carrot's kicking his butt, we're gonna laugh our butt off. So that's just another element you can add to it. If you're gonna be in this creative space, go for it, okay? So very long-winded, but we have a small class today. So are you content?
Yes.
You want to try half of it just to see if you can pick up this, that we know you're headed down the right path?
Let's shoot for whole, and you can stop it. But
yeah, Adrian, yes sir. Your mic's off.
Dom, I was just listening to Tony talking about the carrot, and I don't know if it's possible. I can't remember the dialogue that well when you're talking to the carrot, that you could possibly even slip into Bugs Bunny and talk a few lines as Bugs Bunny to it.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, just maybe. I mean, it's just a throw it out there and see.
We'll see if it feels natural in the moment. I'll put it in there.
Yeah, because we want a bipolar feeling. We want you go. We know you're either crazy or on psychedelics, but then we find out at the end actually.
Well, and in this shirt, you never know what it would be.
But at the end, it's real. He chokes you. He really tries to kill you. So it's a sci-fi movie. It's a Twilight Zone.
Don, I know it's in you. You just have to let your inhibitions, I think, go and just like really feel like, as Tony was saying, feel the character of this like carrot gonna attack you. It's like, it's in you. I know it. You just have to like fully unleash it.
We're gonna break his shell.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Yep.
One more quickie.
Yes, sir.
Dom, are those hard walls behind you, or is that something you've put up?
These are my house walls.
Oh, okay. So
when broken one of them.
Okay.
I smashed into the wall too hard. But
when you sink out of frame, you can do a reprieve where you'll think you're dead. Give it a half a beat, and then pop back up again, and just bang your back against the wall and pop the carrot out. Just as it's like Tony was saying, a tragedy in the comedy. I mean, it makes it very dark, because we laughed along with you. And if we want to feel bad, then you stay dead.
Okay.
But if you want to keep it upbeat, there's this internal struggle going on where you give yourself a Heimlich by banging against the wall and letting it pop out. So there's this internal battle going on.
The
scene can continue from there. You can chase it out of the house, exit frame, Anyway, just a thought.
It's a great thought. All right, you got a lot to think about. Hey, Dominic, do one more thing for me. That harmonica?
Yes.
Pleasure us one more time. It was so beautiful.
I know, it was awesome. Good job.
Play the harmonica for us real quick right now.
Yes, I will grab that harmonica. I've been playing this thing since I was 2.
Well, we love it. So I love when I find talent like this, and so we want to showcase your harmonica talent. I know you play guitar. You're going to play guitar at the end for us tonight.
Wonderful.
Okay, so do the blues, and then look just a quick phrase, and then go over to the other style, which I'm not sure what you call the other style of harmonica playing.
Okay.
Okay,
it's
all right.
Tonguing.
There you go. So here we go. 2 different styles of harmonica playing by Dominic. Going on the main stage, Kendall. Yeah, now let's do the other style. Show us the other style. All right, let's go back to the group view. Kendall, big round of applause for Dom. Thank you for doing that. I'm really a huge fan of music, and even more so than acting. I love acting, but I just love music. So it's just, you're gifted, very gifted. So, all right. So thank you for listening and indulging us. And we're going to go over to Ella and Kendall, and then we're going to do Zach and Ethan and call it a night. So Ella, what are you doing tonight?
I'm doing a scene from Sam and Cats with Kendall.
Wonderful. And Kendall, have you guys rehearsed this week?
We have not rehearsed this week.
Yes, you have. You had a half class with me.
Wait, yeah, we did. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, we rehearsed. Yeah.
See what happens when you get old, Kendall? Your brain goes. Happy birthday. It all goes downhill from here.
That's totally present for you.
Okay, so let's get you guys over to the main stage. Everyone mute your mics. Big round of applause. We send them to the main stage. This is Ellen Kendall doing Sam and Cat.
Oh, so that is your ATM?
Yep.
But you don't have a bank account.
Nope.
Then how did you get an ATM card?
I don't have an ATM card.
Well, then how are you getting money out of an ATM machine?
The tones.
The tones?
The tones?
Okay, so you keep saying the tones, but I still have no idea what the tones mean.
Okay, push the buttons, please.
Huh?
See, look, every time you push one of these buttons, it makes a sound.
And this is big news in your bunny brain?
Well, yeah, because, oh my gosh. Nilla, I'm trying to show her my ATM. Okay, so I was thinking, like that one song, it's like, take me out to the basement and fill the buckets with cheese. You know that really good one?
No, Kat, no.
What?
It's take me out to the ball game.
Huh?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Doesn't ring a bell at all? What?
No, because the lyrics make no sense. But anyways, I was thinking, well, what if I could play that song on here? So I did, and I was like, take me out to the basement and fill the buckets with cheese. And look at instantly $400 cash.
400? Okay. Kat, how many times have you done this?
Not too sure. Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, thank God.
A day, yeah.
A day? Oh my gosh, that's so much money. Okay, listen, you cannot tell anyone about this.
Well, why not? It's not like I'm...
No, hold on. Anderson, I am trying to figure out how many times Kat has done this. Like, Anderson, stop. I'm sorry, Kat, carry on.
Again?
Yes, Anderson, and now my mom. Like, what is going on in this house? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, well,
Kat, carry on with your ATM.
Honestly, I don't think it's illegal. I mean, I just simply give the money. I sing to the machine and it thanks me with cash because I have such an amazing voice.
Very much. But I'm not sure this is legal.
Well, should I put it back?
Well, I never said that.
Oh my God, Nilla, stop. We're trying to figure something out.
This is an important conversation. Why do people keep interrupting us?
Okay, well, you know what? What should we do?
Oh, good question. Well, I say we think about it while we buy stuff at the mall.
Woohoo! I love the mall. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the main stage, the group stage. Group stage, big round of applause. You guys know what I'm going to say. A+ for not breaking character. And it was actually, I'm telling you, it was actually better that way than it would be if you didn't have all that stuff. And I really want them to do that again every take because it's established.
Brother, my naked 2-year-old brother running into my room, and then my mom had to get him.
I saw him, but you guys stayed in character and you guys were in the moment and you played it. It was more real and it was great and I loved it and I wish they could do it every take. That was amazing. I do have to say 2 disclaimers. People watching, this is no longer a PG show and no animals harmed in the making of the BSA-LIVE show today. You threw your cat.
I had to.
I know, but you guys used whatever came your way. And that's going to be another segment that I'm going to do on the real show when we go to broadcast TV. I'm going to throw things in the actor's way to see if they don't break character. That's going to be one of our games, one of our tests to see if if they can stay in character. So this helped us develop our show even further. Thank you much. All right, let's go.
As red as a tomato.
But you stayed in character. That's all that matters to me right now. You did not break. You wanted to, But just like when we watch Saturday Night Live, in the moments when the characters are almost breaking, but they're not, we're on the edge of our seat wondering if you're going to break. We love that in the moment stuff. I think it was way better than what I saw in rehearsal.
My cat
Okay?
is literally so dumb.
It's okay. You both used it. So we'll go to Pamela and then to Adrian. Pamela, any thoughts on what you witnessed?
OMG, girls. It was so much better than last week. Ella, this week, you were so real. Like, you were just so natural. It was last week, you felt rehearsed, more robotic. Like, it was too acting. This week, it was just so natural. It just flowed from you, and I could really believe that you're like, oh my gosh, what is this phone, this money? Great. I mean, you guys did not break character. It felt so natural, so spontaneous, and you guys were really reacting to each other. Like, it felt real. So Ella, great job on taking that direction, because it was night and day from last week. So go girl, go Ella. Kendall, great job too. I'm glad you didn't hurt your cat. One note I would give is I would be a little more excited about when you talk about the money actually coming, because it's like, can you picture like just singing and then this $400 comes out like that? I'd be excited, like just keep adding it up and go to Gucci, you know? So I would put a little more excitement into it, like towards the end when you talk about it. But besides that, great job, girls. I mean, what troopers tonight. I give you guys like a 10+ for effort and keeping character.
Nice.
And I told you, I love that SNL thing. It's so true, because when you watch SNL and they're about to laugh, you're like, are they gonna laugh? Are they gonna laugh? So great job, girls.
No, that was great. I really enjoyed it. Adrian, any comments?
Okay, I didn't get to see this last week.
You can watch it on the reruns on our YouTube station.
But watching it for the first time, I was enthralled. And great use of using the cell phone up to the camera and hitting the keys. That was a great use of the space. And I, like Tony says, when these moments happen, interruptions, roadblocks, whatever they are, and the fact that you do not break character and continue through, these become, the audience is right there. And in comedy, it's like, are they going to break the moment and laugh about it and let us in on the joke? And then it loses its punch. But by not doing that, you're keeping us right on the brink. And we're rooting for you not to break. And when you don't, and you bring it back onto point, and which you did brilliantly. And it was so enjoyable to watch. But taking Pamela's points about the excitement about the money, I mean, this is a big deal being able to do this. So you can definitely play up that whole, basically singing for money. And did I hear you call the cat Mila?
Okay, no, my cat's name is Nilla. It's like Mila, but with an N.
Mila.
A small difference.
Yeah.
Nilla, like.
And if you happen to blur the N and M, I thought, Mila, get.
Yes. Yep.
Mila, get out. No.
I thought, wow.
Vanilla, like vanilla.
Okay. That was, for anyone that knows Mila, and then seeing Neela. But again, it was using, the interruption, the prop, and Cats will take care of himself, so you're good there. But yeah, I mean, that would be gold as a director. And yes, you would do it again, but it would never be the same. It would not have that spontaneity, that energy. And that's like live theater. It's there for that one performance and then it's gone. It'll be different the next night or the next matinee. But on film, it's preserved for life. So when these moments happen, they're treasured by directors, particularly when the actors can keep in character and keep going with the flow. And I suppose on a really bizarre one, it's like when an actor breaks their foot, like Tom Cruise did when he or his ankle when he hit that building. He got up and limped out of the scene. I've had actors get punched in the nose and they keep going with a broken nose for about another 5 seconds or so, but it's enough to get you through the action. They didn't stop. They kept going. And then they worry about the pain afterwards because it's probably shock. So, but these moments that happen, whether they're accidents or interruptions, I mean, they're gold. So the more, you know, as Tony says, the more you're connected with it and you stay with that and practice it, don't fall into the trap of just breaking character. And, you know, you're going to do wonders when you're on set.
Thank you very much, Adrian. So, and then Ella, when you were saying Kendall's name and then had to go back to Kat's name and you did it twice, it's funny. And it's always funny in threes. So if you catch yourself doing it 2 times, the 3rd time, if you would have done it, you would have got another laugh, even though you didn't expect the laugh. So remember, threes.
I don't know why. It was so hard not to say Kendall instead of Kat.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know why.
It's just a little bit more work, a little bit more experience. You'll actually be able to really see her as Kat. You still see her as Kendall. That's just a sign that you're not totally into your character yet, because you see her as Kendall, not as Kat. But if you really go deeper, as you will when you get older, you won't see her as Kendall. You'll see her as Kat, and it would be only natural to say that. So just got to go a little bit deeper. You know, I had the pleasure of working with Robin Williams and Billy Crystal on the movie called Father's Day. And God rest his soul, but Robin Williams would say, and I got to work really intimately with him, he would say, I'm never going to do it the same way twice. 1, because it's funnier being spontaneity, in the spontaneity. But 2, I can't remember lines. Like, I'm just not good at giving you the exact same performance twice. He says, but people, you know, and the director said, that's what we love about Robin Williams. So there was 1,000 people in the audience. We were doing a scene, and they all start chanting, Robin, Robin, Robin. And I'm like, what are you going to do? Because we were over here and they were over there. And he said, well, I'm going to do what I have to do. And I'm like, what? He says, I have to calm the natives. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I'll be right back. And he went and did a stand-up show off the cuff for an hour for 1,000 background actors. Nothing rehearsed, nothing prepared, and just went with it. And then we looked at the director, and like I say, he directed Father's Day. He directed Ghostbusters. He's directed amazing movies, one of the best directors of our time, and in comedy. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And he says, you got to let Robin be Robin. So the directors will let you be you. And if Dom was still here with us, I would say that this was for Dom. They'll let you do you if the magic comes out and we capture it on screen. So you don't have to fit into a box like we are here in Zoom. Find out who you are. And if you're different every take and you've had a discussion with the director prior to filming, the director's going to tell you if they let you have loose lines or note for note, word for word. But most of the time, director's going to say, hey, we'll do 1 note for note, and then we'll do the second one. You can do whatever you want. And I'm going to go back to Adrian to make sure that's correct. There's Dom. He heard what I said. So yeah, you guys take the liberty of going really big, the first one, and then we can bring you back down. So again, I'm going to throw it to Adrian on that note.
Yeah. Generally, on television, you're note for note, because everything's timed really tight. Or sometimes they're overwritten and they're going to cut it down. But if the dialogue is there, they know what lines they can cut. And if you change them, then it makes it difficult for them to get the scissors in if they need to. However, and also it's unfair to the other actor if you're going to do coverage, because the other actor doesn't know when their cue line is because it keeps changing. If you have somebody who's not good at doing improv or catching on, then it becomes an issue between 2 different types of acting techniques. If it's a 2-shot, like a oneer, and there's no editing, then it's great to let the actors just have their moment. If I've got the take in the can for the network or the studio, I say, okay, look, we're ahead of schedule. This one's for you. The things that you were bottled up that you wanted to let out, let the beast out and have fun.
Yep.
And sometimes you get lightning in a bottle with that shot and that scene, and you go, great, that's the take to use, if it's in character. So
if you
that's the key.
If you watch some of these SNL actors that go off to do feature films and then build a franchise, you'll notice that most of the SNL characters, really, the directors really let them just kind of find their way on set and they film it. Most of those that, you know, Adam Sandler's and stuff. Now there's actors like Jim Carrey, he's line for line, note for note every time. Where Robin Williams would say you never know what you're gonna get. Hopefully the camera's rolling. So there's different approaches, different comedians have different approaches, but a lot of directors in comedy will just let him go because you don't want to stifle comedy. You don't want to put it in a box. You just want to capture it. Kendall, we need you on. It's almost disrespectful when you're not listening to your coaches talk to you off camera. So just want to make a note. We're educating our young actors on set etiquette.
Sorry,
Thank
I apologize.
you. It's okay. We just want to make sure that our coaches, when they're talking to you directly, they know you're listening. Those are the comments that we have. Pam, are you good? Did you want to say anything else to wrap up? Okay, she's good. Adrian, you're good? Ella, how do you feel?
I feel great. I do feel a little embarrassed.
Why?
Well, my brother wasn't wearing clothes, but other than that, I thought we did really good. I thought my brother, I think he made the scene better. I think that's what made it funny, because then my mom had to get him, and
you know, there's two things we learn as adult actors.
In all summary, I feel great. I think we did very good.
You did amazing. There's two things that you'll learn as you become an older actor. You don't ever act with babies and you don't ever act with animals. They'll upstage you every single time, which this worked. This totally worked for your scene. And it was only the backside of your baby, so that's fine. It's like copper tan. If it would have been the front side, we'd do some editing and we'd have to definitely adjust it. So we'll watch for playback because there's a lot of predators on the internet and I would not put that out there, okay? So from what I captured, it was only the backside, copper tan. Okay, Kendall, I know you're probably going through some stuff, so I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I do want to teach you that these coaches give their time freely, and we want to give our respect to them as much as possible. But it's your birthday, so I'll let you get away with it.
A bunch of people just like came through, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We play the moment. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Good. Do you feel 16?
I wanted to laugh so hard.
You feel 16?
Oh, very much so.
Such a mature actress. You're in a different category now. From 16 to 18, it's going to be challenging because we're going to want to hire people that are 18 to play younger because we can work them longer hours. So because you're 16 and you're going to come across, even though you're petite, you're a lot smaller than you appear on camera, we're going to cast you on a headshot and then get you in the audition and then basically watch it on a playback. So that's not going to play in your favor. So you're going to be competing against 18-year-olds that we can work longer. So this next 2 years, study, do your commercials. You have 2 professional commercials out there right now airing, and just really train. Now, you could book Nickelodeon, you could book Disney, you could book feature films. You can still do it, but I would hire somebody 18 before I'd hire somebody 16 in a heartbeat. As a producer, I don't know about Adrian, if that'd be the same thing for you.
Yeah, it's a dollars and cents decision. Yeah. And it doesn't exclude you from doing work at all. But if you're looking at a young character for a long period of time, long hours of shooting, SAG have these restrictions put on us that the workable time with young actors. So
teachers, children, all sorts of other amenities, separate rooms.
Yeah, there's tutors, there's playtime, there's a certain amount of breaks that they have to have. And because I'm doing that with a particular project I'm working on now, and we have a 7-year-old and a 11-year-old and 12-year-old. So they're a very conscious decision whether we find twins so that we can split the hours and get more screen time with them, shooting time. So it depends on the character, how long the character is involved in a scene, whether they can shoot you in and out of a day, or whether they can work 6 hours or 7 hours, and then they have other scenes they can do with the adults or whatever. So
because this is comedy, I have to say this. I just told both of them to keep their camera on. They both turned their camera off while you were talking, and that's really not okay, guys. It's really, I need to stress that point. When a coach is talking directly to you specifically, you guys cannot turn your cameras off. It's very disrespectful. So if we could get Kendall's camera back on, Ella.
Okay. And it's her birthday.
I know, but Ella did it too. They both did it. So you guys, I really want
Ella,
to.
Ella just actually accidentally slipped on the button.
All right, he's nicer than I would be. So I'm just teaching them. They're young actors, and I want to teach them so they're really ready for the real world when they get out there.
But yeah, I mean, that is for you, Ella, and for Kendall. One of the things that producers and directors have to consider is the amount of screen time that they have to shoot per day with younger actors. Like I said, it can be on a feature and there's no problems, or a series where they can get you shot in and out. But if it's a recurring role and it goes on and on and on, and it's a big part, they will generally cast older actors to play younger, particularly over that 18-year-old barrier.
Yep,
so if I need a character who's 16 or even 14, if I find a younger looking actor at 18, I will probably go with them first because I can get a full shooting day. That's the only difference. It's not to be a downer. It's meant to just be a realist, that you may find that when you're out there trying to audition, that age may work against you for those type of roles.
Yeah, just for that couple of years.
When you're on the cusp, Ella, you're fine as a child for the moment. A young girl sort of coming through. But with Kendall, though, you're at that age where it's critical, where you can play old. You can actually play older and do it really well because you have that maturity in you. Yeah. And good casting directors and directors will see that, and they may say, "Look, we'll take the punt and go with her and work around her age and the time restriction."
Or they'll put you in their Rolodex and watch you grow.
Absolutely.
So that when you're 18, they throw you right on a pro set as a lead actress. So This is the time to really buckle down, Kendall. So I don't know if you heard everything we were saying because we lost your camera again. Did you hear all the comments?
Yeah, I heard it all.
Okay. I'm really stressing because I'm a stickler for etiquette, because it's a lot of politics in Hollywood. If they feel any slight, like if there's any opportunity where they're like, I'm not quite sure about this actress in her professionality, they will not hire you because they have to spend 2 months with you or more, or a series, a year or two. They need to know, and they're going to not just cast you on your audition. Everyone's expected to be a great actor. That's a given if you're in this game. They're going to watch your personality. And if there's any little points that could cost them, like, well, we were going to go with her, but this other girl, and it's a tie, they're going to go with the other girl. So this class is not only acting, it's networking. I do a lot of networking here. So I'm not harping on anybody in particular. I'm going to come to you, Adrian. I'm just trying to really show you guys how involved in a casting process that this is. So it's really, there's little tiny things that could cost you a job, and it had nothing to do with your acting. So Adrian, yes, sir.
Yeah, when I get close to looking at actors that I am considering for something, I'll go on their social media pages, and because that's when they let themselves open to their real personality. And if I see photographs of, at drunken parties or being, late night party people, I get a feeling like, oh, okay, I've got to be careful. Maybe they're going to be like that on set after, when we wrap, that they're not going to be, they're going to go and party at night. And it may affect their performance the next day. And there's so much money that rides on a production, that do I take that risk that this person parties a lot, or is a real good time person? Not that I think, social media needs to be a non-fun platform. It should be, but it is something that I do as due diligence, if you like. It's like as much as watching an audition tape or checking someone's reel or looking at a movie they've been on, or if they said they've got these credits, I'll go and check them out. Or I'll talk to other actors or a director who worked with them. What were they like on set? Did you have any issues with them? Because I'm about to invest a lot of time and money in this actor, and that's a responsibility I have to the investors.
Yep.
So we do watch everything.
Thank you, Adrian. Pamela?
I was just gonna say, it's like, the first impression is so important, and secondly, like all you have is your reputation, not just in acting world, but just in your whole life. So you always want to never burn any bridges with anyone, and always portray yourself in the best positive light you are in a professional setting.
Right.
And as Adrian was said, even in a social setting, because now it's 24 hours, someone could videotape you doing something scandalous or something maybe not as appropriate. So I think we all just have to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, we're hammering this point home, but anybody watching this YouTube channel, it's just definitely a wise thing to just be aware of your social media. And for you actors on this stage, it's an hour and a half or 2 hours of your time each week that lasts forever in the internet. So you guys are losing camera time when you go on a photo instead of being there watching with personality, because we're still watching all the frames. Like Ethan, I'm watching you. That's a great headshot, but that's not you. So then I don't feel like you're involved or you're engaged or you care. So as a director, producer, casting director, I'm like, okay, we're not going to think about Ethan. Or if, Dom's computer went out, so he sent me a text, he jumped off and jumped on. Kendall's got guests there for her birthday, so Kendall sent me a text. She's got a whole bunch of people waiting for her to come down to the party. And then, Ella's Ella. I don't know why her camera went off. She didn't text me and tell me. But so I really hammered that one home. I hope I don't ever have to do it again in 2021. Adrian, and then we're going to move on to the last scene and let Kendall go to her birthday party.
Yep. While we're on this scenario, when you're on Facebook and you're tagged in photographs, make sure you check the photographs that you're tagged in, because you can untag yourself so it doesn't get spread right around with your name attached. If they don't know who you are, it's just a group shot of people. But if it's a photograph where your eyes are half closed, or it's not attractive, the lighting wasn't good, just untag yourself so that it doesn't get spread across everywhere. People have to then go and find it. Whereas, I've seen so many people who are tagged in photographs. It's no disrespect to say, untag me. I just don't want to be in that shot. No one asked me, can I put that up? Particularly as an actor or a singer or a performer or an artist, your looks and your image are everything. So just be aware of that if you see it happening on, friends who do group parties, and they just grab photos and just plunk them up on the Facebook, and they're there for everybody to see.
Right.
Okay,
guys. So we're gonna push through. We've got one more scene to go, and then we're gonna close out with Dom playing something for us. And Mila texted us in the chat that she had to jump off. Her words exactly were, "I'm so sorry. I had some school to catch up on. So I'm gonna have to hop off," as she said. Thank you for an amazing class! ! And we will see you soon, hopefully next week. So that's Mila. So as long as you guys communicate with me, then I won't feel disrespected. I'm a sensitive actor, as you are, and so you don't want people to feel disrespected under miscommunication. If it's totally not that. This industry is a very, very sensitive industry. All the directors, writers, producers, casting directors, they're as hard as they may be in this business, they're still really sensitive. So in order to win and get ahead in this game, you got to understand the politicking of Hollywood as well as the acting of Hollywood, okay? And networking. So that's what today's episode was mostly about. Ethan, with that being said, which we said a million times, turn your camera on. Hopefully you're listening. Did you not hear anything we said for the last 30 minutes? You got to keep.
No, I was just getting some stuff done. I was cleaning up some clothes, and then I had to get my homework done.
You know what I would have said, just to give you some little bullet points? I would have said, I'm preparing for my scene, and I would have believed you. So that's your best acting job, is telling me you're preparing, okay?
Yeah.
But I know it's only an hour and a half of your day, guys. But commit to that hour and a half. It's going to pay off in spades. Most classes don't air their stuff on YouTube. So casting directors can't come and look at their YouTube station, but they can come look at ours, and they can cast you right off of this YouTube stage. So this is an advantage to have this be aired like it is. So take advantage of it. All right. So with that being said, Zach, are you ready? You're finally staying. I love your backdrop. That looks great. You buy a new home?
What was that?
You bought a new home? It looks great.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Off your last check when you got an acting gig, yes?
Oh yeah, of course. You already know.
Good job. Zach's been with me since he's been 5, and you're what? How old now?
I'm 13.
13. He's learned all the tricks of the trade. So Zach, I'm really proud of him. He's on a scholarship, and Ethan's on a scholarship. Very prestigious scholarship. One's the Van Mar Academy of Motion Picture and Television Acting, the Ivan Markota Scholarship, and the other one is the Stephen Cardwell, who just passed away, and it's the Boldy, Cardwell, and Carr Scholarship, Adrian. That was our former school, Boldy, Cardwell, and Carr, and now it's Boldy School of Acting. It was going to be Boldy, Steve, and Adrian, but unfortunately we lost Steve. So we want to remember those two forever, okay? And you guys are carrying the legacy by doing great work each week. Zach and Ethan, Ethan disappeared again on me. Oh, Ethan, if I could reach through this screen and grab you, I would. All right. So you guys ready? You guys prepared? Warmed up? You guys ready to go?
Can I just get 1 minute to just prep?
See, he's a pro. That's what you do. He's been with me 8 years. Ella, this is where you tell me a riddle or a joke that you have on your hip pocket. You just whip it out, even if you used it before.
Okay, well, I have some Christmas jokes.
Yeah, tell us one.
From a long time ago.
Okay.
Let me find them really quick. It's gonna be very, very quick. I promise.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Easter.
Easter who?
Easter bunny. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Cargo, beep, beep, and run over Easter bunny. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
You don't have to cry about it. There'll be another Easter bunny next year. Yes,
Wow.
Kendall.
This one's like really dumb, but
Go for it. Don't. Just do it. Go for it.
what's red and shaped like a bucket?
What's red and shaped like a bucket? Who knows? Holden would it, but Holden's not with us. Anyone know? Ella? Anybody? Pamela?
I don't know.
We don't know. What is it?
A red bucket.
Oh wow. Okay. Wait.
Womp, womp, womp. All right. What do you got, Ella?
No.
Otherwise, you miss your opportunity.
I know. I'm trying to find it.
You haven't
It's been a long
memorized.
time.
You haven't memorized.
Yeah. Okay. What do you call a kitty on the beach on Christmas morning?
Okay,
I
repeat
did
that.
it.
I know. See, I know it's in you. I just got to pull it out of you. You got to trust yourself. So what is it? What?
What do you call a kitty on the beach on Christmas morning?
Anybody know? And we should, because she did this one last year. So those of us that listened would know the answer.
I think I did this one towards Thanksgiving.
Yep, that was last year.
Yeah.
Anyone know? All right, what is it?
Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus. Butt up.
Oh.
Okay, here's another one. What do you call Santa when he comes down the chimney, but the fire's still on?
Say it again. Look at the camera. Do it right.
What do you call Santa when he comes down the chimney, but the fire is still on?
Anybody know the answer? If you watched our episodes last year, you would know the answer to this as well. And it is what, Ella?
Crisp Kringle.
Crisp Kringle. All right. So again, the reason I do this, one is filler for the guys to prepare. 2, I want to teach you camera, how to use your space. And 3, Ella, I think you're going to be a stand-up comedian when you get a little older. I really do. And so I'm going to start working with stand-up comedy skills for you. And so we're going to start honing a show for you. Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And a lot of times they hire sitcom actors from their stand-up routines. Okay. So it's a great opportunity to get showcased. So if you're open to it, and I think Zach, you're going to be a stand-up comedian as well, by the way. And of course, Dom's going to be a stand-up comedian. The 3 of them for sure, I think, have it in them. And Holden maybe even. Well, Holden's more of my. He's both, but he's more the dramatic actor. Well, he could do both. He might do it. So maybe we'll do one of these Wednesdays all stand-up. Everyone will have to have a stand-up routine. You guys up for that?
Me?
Everybody.
Oh, I can do that.
Hey, that's what we want, confidence. So maybe one of these Wednesdays, guys, we'll do a stand-up show. And all these guys will present their best stand-up work. Okay, so was that enough time for you, Zach? You're making me work for this hour.
All right, yeah.
All right. All right, that was me improvising. Okay, Ethan and Zach, big round of applause for them as they go over to the main stage. Mute your own microphones, and we're going to send them to the main stage. We got Ethan and Zach.
Oh, can you see this in my hands? Yeah. I'm coming for you, Francis. I have my own life to worry about.
Why give me the big speech as to how you will always be there for me?
Because I am always there for you. You don't ever let up. Every day or week, it's something new with you. One day it's the paint on the falling off your walls. Another it's freaking shower shooting out of rusty water. And now it's money.
Well, sorry I asked.
Hot to handle lately.
Well, I don't want to be handled. I'm trying to get my footing. Trying to get a job, have a career. It's not easy.
I never said it was easy. In fact, I've always told you how hard life was and to never sugarcoat anything.
You are so cold.
Cold. I wish I had an older brother to lead me and guide me the way that you do. I had to find my own path. I didn't ever have anyone giving me advice or money.
Like me, right?
More opportunity than I had when I was your age. So stop your whining and make the most of it.
I'm not whining. I just need help.
I am giving you help.
Forget it. I'll figure it out myself.
Wait. You leave, you're gonna make me furious, and I don't want to be furious with you, friend.
You're right. I'm not your burden. I need to figure out my own crap.
Listen, you do need to figure out your own crap, but that doesn't mean I'm not here to help you along the way. Alright?
Fine. So why make me feel like a loser for asking then?
You're not a loser. You could never be a loser in my eyes, so stop talking like an ass. You're on your way, you just need to see it. Alright? Things are hazy inside of your perspective right now because you're living it day to day and you're struggling. But that's okay. Struggle is good. Fighting for things that you want in life is good. And right now, what you're living through is the best thing. You know why?
Why?
Because struggle shapes your character. Understand?
Yeah. I'm so sorry for disrespecting you. I never wanted to feed off you. You're my brother. I never meant to ask for everything in life.
It's alright. But you better start succeeding soon, because I'm not sure how many of the speeches I still have left in me.
I will. I appreciate it.
Alright. How much do you need?
Wait, what?
And cut. All right, let's go back over to the group stage, Kendall. Big round of applause. Ethan, I got to tell you, we've been working on getting rid of the whining, and I got to say you got rid of the whining. You started having a toughness in your voice, and you started being able to confront somebody, and I really like seeing the growth from last year to now. I think you're really maturing, right? You guys just got this scene, so you're still working on your lines a little bit, but it's Zach, what have I been? There you go. I was like, if you did that just now after all that 30 minutes we talked about, I was going to snap. So Zach, really impressive in your confidence, your presentation. You need to work on your diction a little bit so that we understand all of the words you're saying, because if we can't hear you, then we kind of lose you and then we kind of just ignore you. So Ethan's mic is a little bit hotter than your mic, but very strong. Very, very strong compared to last week. Last week was the worst scene I've ever seen in all of my years of teaching acting. And if those of you watching YouTube don't know, go watch it. Because today is night and day from last week. And I've talked to both of them off camera, and they both know they didn't do their work, and that's what happens. When you don't work hard, that's what you get. I don't care how talented you are, you still got to work. So let's go to Pamela. She saw them last week. What do you think of? They just got this week, but what do you think?
I mean, as Tony said, it's night and day from last week. Last week, I was like, OMG, what is going on? And this week, I could tell you guys did some work, put some character study in, learned your lines. Ethan, I think your camera angle could be better. I just kind of saw your head, and I think we could Maybe bring it down more, make it more focused.
Pull it right now pull your.
Yeah, sometimes it might fall, so like that's why I made it that high. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Sometimes
Does it have to be straight and like?
It's like, maybe you want to see some hand motions or some more emotion. So that's better. I like that angle better. I think, Zachary, you could have done more work with your emotions. I know you're still learning your lines, but if you both do your character study, even though you don't know all your lines, you could embody your character, and then whatever comes out, but then you're true to your character. So I think guys could communicate a lot better when you know your character more, and it could have been more like reactive, more communicative, but better than last week. So I give you guys kudos for that. And I know you can make it better with more work, more practice, more character study, really embodying that character. So we could really feel that you've owned this character, and we could really feel the emotions. I don't think you've delved fully into the emotions of the character and the weight of the scene. It's between two brothers. You need to feel that, sibling rivalry, the dynamics, the tension, the comfortability, all of that in that relationship. I didn't fully see between two. I first didn't even know you were two brothers. Like, you have to kind of play upon each other a little more. And I think that will happen. You guys are capable of it with more work.
Sounds good. So, and you guys are both 12, right?
Yeah, good job.
How old are you, Zach?
I'm 13.
13 now, and Ethan?
12.
Okay, cool. You guys are still relatively young, but again, that we said last week, that's not an excuse. We've seen Ricky Schroeder do an amazing performance in The Champ in the 70s. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. We played it in some of our episodes ago last year. An amazing performance, and it doesn't matter how old you are. If it's in you, it's in you. And if you can let it out, let it out. But I really was impressed with what I saw today. I was glad that she mentioned your camera angle, because we're sticklers on that, because we're trapped in these Zoom boxes. You're your own DP. You're your own director at this point. You have to work with your own stage, your own lighting, your own sets, okay? Adrian, any comments?
Yeah, I didn't see last week's performances, so I can't base any comments on that. But what I saw today, I assume these are the characters I've been watching last year, the two brothers. Different scene?
Yep.
Different script? I mean, different...
Yep, everything.
Okay. I thought I was...
Well, it's because, Adrian, you're seeing them in the scene. You're not seeing their characters, you're seeing them. And that you could easily say that because you're seeing them still. Yeah. You guys need to kind of go deeper into your character breakdown. I'm going to put them on the spot right now, Adrian. Can you two commit to a rehearsal amongst the two of you? Pick a day right now that you guys are going to rehearse and stick to it. That's been the hard part, is getting them to rehearse together because of their schedules. They're both in school. So can you guys pick a day right now, or do you need more time to look at your calendars with your parents?
Well,
I mean, Saturday's free for me.
Can you do tomorrow, Thursday? Can you guys like do 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock tomorrow, Pacific time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll do 5, yeah.
So do you guys commit to 5 o'clock rehearsal tomorrow, 5 to 6, and then let's see what happens if you guys actually rehearse together. You can rehearse alone, but you need to rehearse together. Okay? So you guys have committed on camera that you'll be rehearsing tomorrow, Thursday at 5 p.m., 5 to 6, yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, with that being said, Adrian.
Okay. Again, Ethan, even the angle you have now when you've been playing with it, now when you're sitting upright like that, up a bit more, yeah, that's your best head height. So whenever you're angling the camera, just keep your head close to the top of the frame. Because as Pamela said, we can then see your hands if you gesture. Exactly. And when you exit, Zach, when you say wait, it's like you really want to get him back, as opposed to just sort of like sitting back here, wait. Use a second wait. Hey, wait. Like, come back. Let's talk about this. So, and what Pamela was saying is the relationship between these two characters, as they are brothers, and if there's only a year age difference, it's not like talking to an 18 talking to a 9-year-old. So you're nearly on parity with each other in life. So it's when you're saying when I had it tough, you think you're having it tough. That's nothing. So it feels like that's someone talking to a much younger person. So if that's the case in the real script, then I would tailor it. You would have to rewrite it a little bit to make it believable that dialogue relates to a guy who is a 1 year difference versus someone who's like 4 or 5 years different. And I think that would fall in with line what Pamela was saying about characters and what Tony was saying about the relationships, that we have to believe that connection. So I think, the fact that you haven't had a chance to really rehearse together, to bond. A lot of actors will go out and have dinner. They'll hang out together for weeks to really get to know, if they're meant to be brothers or part of a gang, they will bond together so that it's second nature when they start talking character and dialogue, or if they throw in something, they can improvise in character. And Ethan, when you came back and had to apologize, that strength in your voice was magnificent. That's the Ethan I've been wanting to hear for ages. And I bought the slight whininess. Thank God it's not the whininess of last year. Mm-hmm. You've got rid of that. But I could see you've got to be careful it's not a trap to fall back into. And I accepted it because Zach said at one point, stop your whining. Mm-hmm. So I bought the whininess. The pacing at the first half could have been a little bit tighter. Because once you came back, everything was working between the two of you. And then it sort of slipped off again. About towards the end, it started to dribble away. Yeah.
So we're going to have to wrap things up really quick. Just in the process, everyone's got to kind of do their day. Adrian, thank you so much. Welcome back. We're happy you're here with us in the 2021 season. So Ethan, Zach, you guys got that? Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Dom's going to play us a little quick guitar song, and then we're going to wrap it up. So Pamela, you got to go. I know you got to take care of your kid. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you. Kendall's got to go to her birthday party, so we really got to release the computer back to her. So we're going to play the guitar really quick. We're going to say thank you to our guests, and then we're going to call it a night, guys. Okay? So Dom, serenade us really quick.
Yes, I will.
All right, Kendall, send him to the main stage if you could. Main stage.
Here I go. Take control. There we go.
Keep playing, Dom. Keep playing. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for welcoming our young actors, our young talent, our rising stars to 2021. This is the class of 2021, and I'm very excited. So while he's serenading, Paula, let's say thank you to our guests. What do you have to say for Pamela and for Adrian? Ella Grace.
Sorry, okay.
You mesmerized her, Dom. So he's going to keep playing, and you're going to thank our guests.
Okay, I just want to, Pamela, thank you so much for coming. And this week was really made me feel happy, joyful that you liked this last week, so you made me get this week. Adrian, thank you so much. You've joined so many of the classes. It's insane. But thank you. I really appreciate your support and your advice. And thank you and have a good night.
Awesome. So let's go back to group stage. Kendall, Ethan, we're going to have Dom. Can you keep playing? I want a little music bed while he's there. We're thanking our guests. Kind of like the credit roll. Ethan, what do you think about our new guests in 2021?
They're really helpful. Like from last week, I did horribly. I wasn't ready, first of all. But today, I messed up, like with my height thing. But I felt better that I wasn't whining as much as Adrian said, and then the height thing still. I feel pretty good about that now. Yeah, I feel that I've got most of my mistakes. I just need to go farther.
You're doing great. Happy accidents. We learn from our mistakes. That's the way to learn. But you're doing really good. I'm proud of you, and happy to have you in the 2021 class. And congrats on your scholarship. Zach, any comments for our guests? Pamela had to jump off, but she's going to watch this. So as you speak to Pamela as well, she'll see this in the rerun. So make sure you say some kind words. She's a wonderful person.
Okay. First off, thank you, Adrian, for rejoining us in this place we call home, in this pile of, I don't want to say a bad word, but yeah, that. So thank you for being back. And to Pamela, I thank you for the encouragement you gave me last week that I could do a lot better. I feel that I can still do a lot better this week. And I just want to thank you for being with us. Yeah.
Thank you. Wise words. These kids are growing up so fast. I'm really proud of you guys. Ella, any comments for Pamela and Adrian?
Me?
Yeah.
I already.
Oh, you did it. You know what? Because he was playing guitar. So, Kendall, let's go to you really quick.
Okay. Hi. So thank you so much for coming. Adrian, you're here finally again. and
we missed you.
Pamela, she's so sweet. Her and Adrian, just amazing people. Just I love all of you guys. So thank you so much.
All right. And everybody, let's give a shout out to Peter Estrada. Let's say hi, Peter. We know you're watching. Thank you so much for watching.
Peter.
Hi, Peter. Peter Estrada, no relation to Eric. So you guys, that's the second show.
I still got to say something.
2021. Yes, I know. We're going to give you a chance, Tom. You're playing guitar. Can you play and talk?
Oh, I can play and talk.
All right. Any comments for our guests?
Well, just thank you very much for all the wonderful advice. I always love hearing it. I always rewatch these videos like 10 times each, and I listen and take in everything. So thank you very much for everything, really. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys, we're really proud of you. Adrian, any comments? Oh, you got to take your phone? So, Adrian, we want to say thank you. Maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe we won't. It's always a surprise, but we're always grateful to have you. Adrian's going to jump off. So, bye-bye. He's got to take a business phone call. He might be booking a gig, so let's wish him luck. Break a leg. All right, Adrian, bye-bye. All right, guys.
I have to go.
I know.
It's way past.
Yep, it's 3 hours ahead, so we're just wrapping the show up. You guys, I really appreciate your time. It's a quick little hour and a half, 2 hour show every week, but it pays in dividends, trust me, because casting directors watch this. So we're down to the final four. Kendall, happy birthday to you. You ready to have a fun birthday as soon as you jump off?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to let her go. Everyone say happy birthday, Kendall.
Happy birthday,
Kendall.
Happy birthday, Kendall.
All right, Kendall, thank you. So let's play this last little closer that you made, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys rehearse. Don't wait till Monday to rehearse. And thanks for watching. This is BSA Live. I'm Teacher Tony, and we're excited to have you guys watching. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and comment, as Kendall's going to say in a few seconds.
Hey guys, it's Kendall. Thank you so much for watching the show. Please make sure you check out our BSA channel and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.